Afternoon.
Afternoon.
The FA charge that you were cleared of yesterday, do you feel vindicated, and do you hope long term there might be something positive to come out of it?
It has to be. I think it was a really good process, really well-run process. I think it gave the opportunity to them to explain how they felt, myself how I felt as well, and the reasons behind it. And okay, the outcome is that I'm not charged, but I think we have to draw a line as well and look for how we can be much more constructive and learn from it and move forward. That's it. But it was good. I felt a lot of sympathy, to be fair. Once I explained as well how we feel sometimes as managers, the pressure that we are under, and how important details are for our job. Because I love what I do so much and I want to continue doing it. But the reality last year it was that 40 managers lost their jobs, which is incredible. And we depend on results, that's it. So when the outcome at the end is that important, we get really emotional about it, because now nobody remembers what happens 3 weeks ago when you lost a game, you lost another one because of a different reason. So I think it was a really good process.
Another one on referees, but just one more, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
I sat through the 5-minute explanation of why Kai Havertz's goal wasn't given, and came away thinking I might just be more confused than I was before. Are you satisfied, because you weren't at the time, that they got the outcome right, even if the rule doesn't seem to necessarily be working?
The handballs, anything that happens in the box has to be crystal clear, and unfortunately even today it's very difficult to understand what it is, because there's so many things that can happen. But we are in the direction to resolve that. I think we are all very eager to resolve it in the best possible way, and I'm positive that it will happen.
Sorry, I did say one more about the ref, but I forgot another one, because there will be a little bit of history on the 23rd, and when Rebecca Welsh becomes the first female to referee. I wondered what your reaction to it is, kind of, I guess, the diversity, the impact of it, the history making, what she might bring differently.
I think it's a great news. Wish Rebecca all the best in this new experience. I think the feedback is going to be really positive. I think what women's football is on, and the diversity that we have now is incredibly positive for the league, and I think it's something that was needed.
It feels like a long time ago, but it was obviously a defeat last time out at Villa. But what we've seen from your side this season is that when you have, on the rare occasions, lost, you come back well. It's 6, isn't it, wins? It's that Newcastle. What is it about your side this year, and that kind of must give you quite a lot of confidence going into the weekend?
That we will try. We will try to play our best, and we love winning, and the team is desperate to do anything that it takes to win games. And we showed that. We showed that against Aston Villa, which in my opinion, again, we were the better team and we should have won the game. And we will try against Brighton, which is going to make life very difficult for us, for sure.
I wanted to ask you about Brighton. Last 3 visits to the Emirates, they've won. What is it about that team that makes them so hard to beat?
Now they are a really good side. It's true that last year when we had the game under control is when we conceded the goal, and then the game completely broke up, and we struggled, especially in the last 15 minutes of the game. So we're going to have to play better and be very efficient, which is key against them.
Got Anita from the Premier League.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Can I get team news, please? Any updates? Is Martinelli feeling better?
Martinelli's feeling good.
So will he be in contention?
Yeah. We had no other news apart from Mo. Mo had to be subbed because he felt something in his hamstring. We did a scan and it doesn't look too serious, so he's going to be with us, I think, very soon, which is good news as well.
You repeatedly tell us about the standards of this club and that every game is a must-win game for Arsenal, but given that it's Liverpool next and they are above you in the table, just how much more important is a win against Aston Villa or something?
Against Brighton. It's okay. Like every week, at the end we have to play against every team, and obviously the schedule is what it is right now, but we have 2 big games coming up, and then we have as well the 28th and the 31st. So this period is vital around this moment in the year, and We'll try to win every game, that's for sure.
And then just finally, what have you made of Brighton's start to the season? They're ninth in the table and 10 points behind Arsenal at the moment.
I think they've been really good. I think they have taken another level. They play European football. They've been really successful. You could see last night against what they did. They've done that after selling players, after a lot of injuries. So huge credit for them, for Roberto, coaching the staff, the club, what they're doing, because it's really impressive.
Thank you, best of luck.
George from the BBC.
Thanks, Dan. Mikel, hello. In the FA report, it said that you met managers and officials 2 days before the Newcastle game, and you presented some ideas. Can you just explain to us, and I think fans will be really interested to hear your ideas about what you want to improve the process going forward as a manager?
Those are private meetings that I cannot explain what we discuss in there. I'm sorry.
Okay. This may be very simplistic, but it also said that Joe Willock said that the ball was out of play. So my next question really is it time for the players to sort of take a bit more responsibility and maybe be a bit more honest, because none of this would happen, the goal wouldn't get given, you wouldn't have to do your interview, so should the players be a little bit more helpful to improve the process?
Let the players, I think they have enough. The players will say a lot of things that they have to do. That let's not put more in their plates, I think.
Okay, and the next question is just simply why are Brighton such a bogey team for Arsenal? Because they have a habit of beating you once a season. So what is it they do specifically to cause you so many problems?
Because they are really good. They have really good players. The way of playing is very specific and cause you problems, and it takes you to a game that it's very specific, and they were efficient. After efficiency in football is key, and on that day they were more efficient than us.
Thank you.
Ian from TalkSport.
Hi, I hope you're well.
Yes.
Good. Would you say what you said? Now you've been cleared, and I mean, can speak in hindsight and what have you. Would you say again what you said and use the word disgrace, or would you go? Have you gone home and thought, actually, maybe I wouldn't next time say exactly what I said in the way that I said it?
That's in life is too easy, isn't it? It's too easy in life to do that. What would I have done if I knew?
No,
whatever I've done?
If it happens again.
It was done. I defended my opinion. I expressed my opinion. I say again that I'm fully supportive of how we have to improve the game, and the referees are a big part of that, and they know that. Managers as well, players as well, everybody is involved, and we have the duty and responsibility to do that. And as well, it's good that we can discuss things in an open and honest way, and this is what I try to do.
If there was a league table for managers who, on the sidelines, are very passionate and sort of, behind their team and what have you, I think actually you'd be second behind Roberto De Zerbi. I've seen him a lot this season. He's very, very, like you, kicks every ball. On Sunday, is it going to be almost as fun watching you two on the touchline as it is the actual match?
I don't. That's not down to you. I think we live the game as we feel it. As when I was a player, it was very similar as well. And everybody's got his own way of being and talking and communicating, and I think it's great. As long as we are genuine, I think that's very good.
On a personal level, how well do you get on with Roberto? And how well do you, or what do you think of the job he's done at Brighton since he replaced Graham Potter?
Yeah, I know. I spoke to him a few times about different topics. I follow him in his career since he was in Sassuolo, actually, before he moved to Ukraine, and very impressive what they do. I love the way their teams play and what is accomplished in the Premier League as well.
And finally, this is we saw from the documentary that was done a couple of years ago. You're a big family now, but this is coming up to Christmas, whereby it's 3 or 4 games in a very short space of time. Do you actually like that? Do you like it now as a manager? Did you like it as a player? Can you compare?
I really like it. It gives us the opportunity as well to bring family over. When we're in Spain, it's a bit different, and I had incredible memories about these periods when I was a player and right now as a manager as well. This year it's very rare because we're going to have 24 and 25th without a training session as well, which is extremely bizarre, but good to spend some time as well with my family, especially me that I have young kids and they are super excited about Christmas.
Brilliant, thank you.
Mark from PA.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
In the written reasons for the FA charge, they said that one of the reasons they charge you is because you are a high-profile manager. And they've used that again when they charge Jurgen Klopp and Jose Mourinho. Do you think that the Premier League managers should be held to a high standard, or is that not fair?
I think we have a huge duty, and it's part of our role as well to conduct ourselves in the best way and represent the game, the league, and our clubs in the best possible way. And this is what we try to do every day. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, but it is our intention.
Okay. Art?
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
When you've spoken about players you've recruited, you've often spoken about how well they've been educated at other clubs. Obviously, Leandro and Ben come from Brighton. What is it about Brighton that helps educate these players so well for you to like them?
Well, I know that every day, but I know how good they are in their processes, in the culture that they have, in the way they get coached, and you can tell that they are both very intelligent players, that they understand a lot how we're going to live together, how we're going to play the game, and both of them with a lot of versatility, which is not a coincidence, is because the way they played, and that was under Graham as well, they had to understand the game very well in order to fulfill those roles.
Yeah, and just one on Reece, he looks really sharp in midweek. I was just wondering, has he almost played his way into maybe getting more minutes because it's been, I guess, quite maybe tough for him, maybe not getting as many minutes maybe he feels he deserves?
I think he had a really good game. As you said, he was really lively, really brave in decision making. He generated 3 or 4 big situations in the way. He worked so hard. He had to be stopped at the end because he was cramping. So I think he had a really positive impact for the team.
Okay.
Hi, Miguel. The last season's game against Brighton at home, I know you didn't officially lose the title that day, but it was more or less the day when the sort of title hopes came to an end. Does that provide, I guess, more of an opportunity or motivation to get revenge going into this game? Is that an extra game?
Yeah, it was a tough day, to be fair, and losing at home and the way we did it at the end with the last goals that we conceded, it was painful as well. It was like the dream was almost over, not mathematically, but a big part of it. And I recall it like a really tough day.
Will you say that to the players? Will you be like, this is what happened, let's use it?
They know, they felt it, so they know.
Okay, we'll go to James finally on the live section. Yeah.
Just from the conversations you've had with PGMOL, do you sense they recognise the need to improve?
It's not about them, it's we, that we want to do the game better, it's how can we improve from the touchline to make life easier from the player side, from their side, technology-wise, the clubs as well. It's all about us. We are all in this together. It's not about separate people trying to do their bits. It's not going to work. We have to do it together.
One solution that's been suggested sort of publicly is trying to get more ex-players involved in officiating referee. Do you think that's something that the game should encourage? Would it help?
I don't know if that's the solution. I think that's they have to find the solution. We have to try to support with other ideas that we have put in the table and try to move the game constantly forward.